What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good, everybody? Yeah, I had to start my show that way because it's been a day, but I'm glad to see you. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk for Real Men, our Wednesday's edition. And this is a hump day that I need to talk to my family. I need to see friends. I need to feel hugged. So I'm looking for a virtual hug today. It's been a tough day, on a few fronts, but this is always my solace, my refuge where I can talk real shit and get some shit off my back so I can sleep good at night. So I'm looking forward to the conversation tonight. If this is your first time joining us, this is Real Talk for Real Men, where we have conversations about various relationship topics and we keep it real. The only thing that we put down here is realness, and we agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And so tonight we're going to do something a little extra tonight to have a little fun. But as I get set before I go into it, let me bring in the participants in this, John. As always, all the way from violent ass Memphis, we got Tasha Mack. What's up?
How you doing, Black?
What's going on, baby? You can tell I'm in the mood tonight. Yes, I
I,
am.
I I can tell, and I will agree with you. This has been some interesting times, so yeah, a good conversation is needed.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for being here as always, sweetheart. You're my rock. My brother, every time I see this man, I know it's gonna be all right because this is my brother right here. Brother Kenny from Texas. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, my brother from another mother, brother Lee
Yes,
Black,
sir. Yes,
and the
sir.
pretty
Good to
lady
see
in
you.
the middle, Miss Tasha. Good evening, my good peoples.
Yes,
How
sir.
you
Good to
doing,
see you, my
Keisha?
brother. Hope you're doing
Yeah,
good. Weathering the
man,
storms and the weather.
it's I need me a woosah moment too, man. I'm
There,
trying to
there you go.
got a couple of speed bumps going on that ain't working out for me, but life is still good. I'm above ground, so
Yep.
There you go. What's up, Greg? I'm smoking something real, my brother. If you got them, smoke them. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know
Yeah,
that's
this ain't
right.
this ain't play. And then I see this beautiful face sitting in the camera. How you going, Lady D from Knoxville? What's up, baby girl?
Good, I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good
Doing
evening,
all
Miss
right.
D.
Doing
How
all
you
right. How
doing?
how are you?
I'm good.
All
Good.
right.
I'm good.
Good to see you, baby. Good to have you tonight. I already know I'm gonna have a good time now. I got three of the best people that I love in the universe right here, so it's all good. That's what's up, Greg. Welcome, Greg. And as we cover these
What's up,
topics,
Greg?
man, participate. We'd love to have you. And matter of fact, I'm going to post into the comments section a link. You're more than welcome to come on live. We invite people to come on live, so you're more than welcome to pop in here and share your views. We got Mr. Lamar Falk from
Mr.
TFG, and
Yeah, what up, brother
TFG himself.
Lamar? What
And in
up?
case you don't know, my show, Real Talk for Real Men, is on the TFG TV network of shows. And so I host this show every Wednesday and Sunday. Brother Kenny, he has a sports talk show, and there's a whole host of other shows on TFG TV platform. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check us out. Check us out. So, what we're going to talk about tonight, guys, this week, I did not get an opportunity to come on and do my normal thing with TFG's His and Hers relationship perspectives, where I come on and I go through the various different topics that men and women are haggling over. We all know that men are from Mars, women from Venus. So, you know what I decided to do? We're going to bring it to the table. We bring it into the house. Hell, if Jada Pink and ugly ass can do it, I could do it too. So
Yeah, all
we
day.
bring we
Let's
bring we
go.
bringing it to the table. You know, we having real talk, his and hers, relationship perspectives, roundtable discussion. And I'm just kidding, Jada. You are beautiful. You get on my nerves, but you are an attractive woman. I'm gonna say that. So I don't want to say that. Will, don't come after me, my brother, and destroy me. Having said that, I'm going to play a couple of scenarios, and then we're going to talk about it. We are going to bring it to the table, though. We've already got some. What do you call these people that want to blog in and just for no good reason? Brother Bert, right on time from North Carolina. What's happening, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you
All
feeling?
right, all
What
right.
up,
Good to
Bert?
see you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Brother Lamar said, "What color is the table?" black. Bodabo
Yeah,
Jack.
there we go. Yeah,
Bodabo
there we go.
Jack.
There we go. It's black. Bliggity black.
Ain't no
Brother
red
Lamar.
Bodabo
Yeah.
Jack. You know what I'm saying? No, just-
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into this thing. So the first topic I want to show, I'm going to show a little clip just so you guys, because I think sometimes before I get into giving insight and sharing the views, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I'm going to show, this is posted on TFG's, his and hers relationship perspectives. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want you guys to listen to the little, what's going on there. And then we're going to discuss it. You know, what's going on, Antoine? How you doing? Good to see you, my brother. So let me share my screen, and I want you guys to kind of check it out. So let me make sure that I do that. And hey, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
A TikTok entanglement.
He was very flirtatious, so let me see like if I can maybe find him.
This woman wanted to find a mystery man she met on the beach. She found him, all right, and his wife. He's now clearing things up with the Shade Room after it nearly ruined his marriage. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
I'm trying to make it bigger, you guys. I'm trying.
Last month, Misha Renee went on TikTok asking the world to help her find this mystery man she met in Miami in August. But things got messy when the world collectively found out who he really is. 8 million people watched Misha Renee's TikTok with the caption saying, quote, TikTok, help me find this man I met in Miami. He walked right in the ocean to introduce himself to me. I was lit when he gave me his number. I'm counting on y'all. Hopefully he ain't married.
The only reason why I did it is because I was on TikTok and I seen the popular trend that was help me find him. It was just simply just to reconnect. It wasn't anything more.
Oh, but he is married for 6 years, in fact, with 4 kids. I tracked him down. This mystery man is Aiden Giles from the Detroit area. He had no idea the video was posted at first. It was his wife, Cherie, who said somebody texted her about the video.
We just immediately started arguing because I immediately started cussing him out. Like, bro, you really got me messed up. And I kept asking, I said, did you sleep with her? He said, no.
So she messages Misha directly.
I said, did you sleep with him? She said, no, we literally only met at the beach and that was it. So I'm like, well, you looking for him this hard. Obviously it was something to y'all. She's like, is that your man? I said, not no more, not anymore. And then she was like, if you don't mind me asking, like, who are you? I said, that's my husband.
She says Misha apologized immediately in their messages saying, quote, sis, I'm sorry. I had no clue something would happen. I wish the best for you and your kids. I won't be reaching out to him.
I told her, I'm like, sis, you can have him. I'm good. It was disrespectful. Was it cheating? No, it was not cheating. But it was disrespectful because you're a married man. It's certain ways you move and it's definitely certain ways you don't.
I did not know he was married. Had I known he was married, none of this would even be a thing. It would just be like, okay, let's move on.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot,
You'd be mad. Because Ada, you know, everybody is looking and, you know, not only you're a good looking guy, you got the Miami muscles and you hugging her tight. And so everybody is looking at that.
I know, and that's it sucked because I knew the video looked so bad, and I told her I wish I could put you in that moment because it was nothing like the video made it look.
From her point of view, she said that you asked her for her phone number and invited her after, and then she also said that she lost your number, and that's why she looked to TikTok to try to find it.
Yeah, honestly, no, she didn't have my number. She didn't even have my real name. I didn't even know they were recording either.
I'm stopping it. I'm stopping it right there. I'm stopping it right there. And do yourself a favor if you want to go back and look at that in its entirety. If you want to see, you know, what's happened really. Hey, and we got a little super sticker from
What's
Brother
up,
Charles. What's
Charles?
going on?
Thank you, Brother
Appreciate you,
Charles.
brother.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. All right, that's what's up. That's love right there, my brother. Appreciate that. And so, yeah, what do you guys think? Now, you've heard his part, and again, do yourself go back and look the rest of it. You know, Antoine says, "Wow," you know, got to be more
Be more
careful.
careful.
Absolutely. So I'm trying to get this background off of my logo so we can see each other big. But while we're waiting, what do you guys think? I'm gonna be working on the technical issues. What do you guys think about this? Do you think he was telling the truth? Who do you believe in this scenario?
I believe the girl. He's a married man. He got more to lose in the situation. He did what most guys do when they're on vacation with the boys. They try to hook up with girls that they know they ain't gonna never see again, And he just happened to get caught, and he was trying to cover his tracks as hard as he could. But yeah, he was definitely gonna smash. If she would have called him that same day, it would have been way more than just what he's saying. It would have been way more. He was backpedaling so hard.
Okay. Anybody feel anything different?
I do. I saw this trend play out. I saw it on TikTok when it first went viral. I hate this trend. I despise this trend. I hate when people do this. If you see somebody you like, why is your first instinct is to record that person? And I do find it suspicious that he conveniently just walked out there and someone was conveniently just recording. Was this somebody that she knew that was recording this interaction? Why is that your first instinct to record it? Why not have the conversation? And I didn't see any phones between the two of them. So how did he ask you for your number? Come on now, people don't remember numbers like that anymore.
Okay.
And okay, and how did he give you his number and you lost it? Like there's so many questions there. Yeah, okay, yeah, he was wrong for it, but again, I mean, you're in Miami, you kind of asking for it.
Woo, that's an interesting take. Charles say black men don't cheat. We do flirt unintentionally sometimes. And Charles bring up a good point that I want to put out there. If he's in that setting on a beach, in the water, and they were kind of holding hands, it didn't look especially sexual. But if it was flirting, is it wrong? Considering the setting, because I'm gonna give my views too on whether or not I believe he's lying or who's telling the truth. But what do you think about that point that Charles make about just flirting? Anybody?
It was definitely, in my opinion, inappropriate behavior. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, because he's married, so it's inappropriate. But let's be honest, married people still flirt. I mean, let's go and keep it funky. We still flirt, regardless. It's just there's a line that you can't cross, And I agree with Tasha, man. This kind of, I don't know. I smell a dead cat on the line somewhere. How is somebody just gonna conveniently be recording this guy as he walks into the water and then it just so happenly I mean, I don't know. It's too many open-ended questions, but I will say during that sit-down interview with his wife, boy, he was more nervous than a hooker in church. I can tell you that. Because he was trying to figure out how he go fix this. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you're married, obviously, okay, a little harmless flirting, I get that. But when you are in a situation like that and you the married person, man, people recording, you never know who's watching you, so you got to be careful.
Absolutely. Charles agreed with you, Tasha. He said you on it. The sister with the glasses is on it. Antoine said, yes, he was looking nervous as a church mouse. Absolutely. Yeah. And then Arik says, we read the menu, but go home for dinner. I like that. Welcome, Arik. I like the talk, my brother. Bert, you ain't said nothing on this. What you think, my brother? What you feel about this?
Look, I agree. I mean, it seemed like it was a little bit of a setup. It didn't look right, in this age, like Tosh was saying, like nobody remembers numbers no more. You just key them into your phone and you keep it pressing. But, like what Brother Kenny was saying, he was wrong. You married with 4 kids out here in the streets. So, you run up, hugging up and flirting and everything else like that. I mean, I guess when all else fails, deny, and lie, because that's what he was doing. But at the end of the day, something just didn't seem right about this whole deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this much: like, I mean, she was really pressed over this dude. When you asking people to go look for a dude and they found it, like, I don't know, like, did y'all sleep together? Because I'm just saying, like, if you lose out, you lose out. It just wasn't the way I look at it. Like, it wasn't meant to be. But you asking people to search for this dude, you know, I don't know. Something just don't seem right about this whole situation. But he definitely was in the wrong. Definitely.
Okay.
Bert, can you bring your audio up? You're a little low. Your volume.
You know, I'll come out because it's up high, so I'll just come back, go out.
Okay, okay.
Greg said it's not cheating unless it's on videotape. Who's he kidding? Greg, you make a valid point, because unless you got me on tape cheating, I'm gonna deny it. You know, now.
Okay.
Let me give my take on, and this is coming from my perspective as a man who's cheated. You know, look, I agree with D on this one. I think we can all agree he was wrong. You know, if you're in a married state, you know, and you know, ideally, you know, you shouldn't be messing with anybody, but we don't live in that world now. The mistake he made is he got caught. So here's where I'm going with this. Tasha, I feel you when you say you hate that trend, but guess what? That's the world we live in now. For me, you actually have to assume when you're out somewhere now that somebody's going to capture you. That is the norm now. And I hate it too. So I agree with you in that sense that you could be sitting in a restaurant, you could be at a park, but people are on their phones for every little thing, and they don't, and you're being recorded and captured whether you like it or not. And I'm saying that to say this: if you out there doing your thing, and then we men, as we do our thing, whether he was flirting intentionally, unintentionally, you have to be cognizant of the fact that somebody might be capturing this. Not to mention the fact that, Tasha, you brought up an interesting point that where was the cameras, this, that. There's trifling bitches out there that do it on purpose, that capture it and create situations. Bert says about she really pressed about this dude. Well, I wish I could believe that that's out of the norm, but it really does happen. That, you know, you meet people in some place, and guess where people go? The first place they go to look them up is social media sites, looking for them to find them. Now, here's my thing: watching his face with his wife. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, for me, it didn't feel like the truth. That woman, I believe her. I believe her too. This is just me.
Do too.
I believe that she would not have been pursuing him if there wasn't something there to make her feel like there was a reason to pursue it. He put some bug in her ear to let her know he was interested. Now, we all know that you're not going to capture everything on camera. And so my thing is for her to, I believe there was an exchange of numbers. It didn't have to happen right then and there. What we may have witnessed and captured, sis, can y'all turn that damn TV down? What we might have witnessed and captured in that moment was, hey, let's go in the water. What if this, Tasha, I'll raise a point for you. What if they was kicking it at the bar and talking, and he thought, let me go where there isn't anybody recording. Let's go in the water so I can holler at you.
That's not what she said, though. That's not what the woman said. Think about what she said. She said he walked into the water to meet and introduce himself out there.
Okay, so I missed that part. Even still, I believe she was told something. And here's the way he said to his wife, well, no, there wasn't. I didn't even know her name. This and that, blah blah. Look, let's not kid ourselves. If you in Miami, you without your wife, I believe that you wouldn't know her name. You're not there to get her name. You there to get down and sneaky link, whatever you call it. But in this one, I believe the woman. I really do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say this. Have you seen the other trends like this? I've seen a bunch of these on TikTok. And it's not where someone is talking to them. It's where they're posting random people. In this case, they did happen to have like some sort of communication, but it's not always like that. It's where they're posting, you know, like the server at a restaurant. They're posting random people. It's not always that there was some sort of connection. They're just posting and saying, can y'all help me find this person?
I get that. And that's why I understand where you was coming from when you said about you hate that trend. Sis, I only got you on mute till you get ready to speak, so to drown out the noise. So I'm not shutting you out. But Tasha, I agree with you. This just didn't feel like that to me. This one didn't feel like a stranger came on board and was capturing him. It didn't feel like that. Okay, go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, me and a girlfriend went to Panama City like recently, and just a girls trip. It was just me and her. So between us, we each wanted, our videos in the water so we would take turns with each other's phone. So I mean, we both had guys walk up to us, "Hey, you're beautiful. Can I get your number?" While we're in the water, and she's taking the video or she's taking the picture. So I could see how that can happen when your friends just, you're doing your thing in the water, take my pictures for the gram, and the guy walks up. So I could see how it could happen.
Definitely can happen. I just thought it was an interesting situation. Sis, you came in, we had already shown the video, and the video is so long that I don't want to go in and show. I don't know if you've seen it on His and Her, where the guy's in the water, they're at the beach, and she didn't know he was married. She was looking for him, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a tricky situation. So at the end, before I move on to the next topic, whoever this damn person putting all these funky blogs on there, don't you got something better to do? Sit your monkey ass down somewhere and stay off my show. But anyway, the caveat here is for brothers. If you know you ain't flying right, it's kind of like driving dirty. And there was a time when I'm driving with bad tags and I know I ain't right. When you get caught, don't say, "Oh, the police got me and they wrong for jacking me up." You're taking that chance, brothers. If you out there and you know you ain't flying quite right, be aware of your surroundings, and then have your lie down pat. And like they said earlier, you're doing the right thing, so I'm gonna applaud you in this sense. You sit quietly by your wife. You obey. You're gonna be in the doghouse for a little while. She know you got caught. You know you got caught. You got to do a little bit of making up. But
you know what's funny about that video with the husband and wife? It's the exact opposite of the Derek Jackson video when he had his wife sit next to him. So it was the roles reversed this time, where he was sitting there just quiet as a church mouse, and she, it was funny.
Absolutely.
I would take something differently away from there. I would say, I would warn people, I would caution people, be careful who you keep recording, because you might bargain and get something more than what you're looking for.
Well, that's another one too now, because the wife was understanding, and
she was understanding. Yeah,
you just never know. Like, the person may not be as understanding, or they may be a little bit closer than what you think. So,
and people get killed over stuff like this. Absolutely,
exactly,
absolutely. All right, we're gonna move on to another scenario, and this clip is not as long, but this is one I posted. We all know what capping is, right? You know the expression. That's what these young people talking about. So this is a man, and he's on his soapbox, really laying into what men do and what we've done to women. And so I'm going to play this clip, and the question I want you guys to comment on is simple. After you hear him, is he preaching or is he capping for women? So give me just a second, and I'm going to share my screen. And I want you to tell me what you think. All right, come on now. Here we go. Share. All right, let's get to it now.
That was good one.
Finally, a man keeping it 100.
I had my first child when I was 17. Then I met another woman. I had my next one at 24. Then my third baby's mom, I met her when I was 28. And of course, I wasn't ready to settle down at those ages. I'm out here, I'm doing my thing. But they were. They was ready to settle down at those ages. And I'm sure a lot of you men out here have came across women in your life that were good women.
Preach.
Women that loved you unconditionally, women that held you down. Most men out here have had plenty of good women in their
Plenty
life.
of them. Plenty
You
of
know,
them.
I've had women during that time and plenty of women after that time. And guess what? They were all good women, all ready to settle down.
Okay.
But I wasn't.
Okay.
But now we're going to sit up here as men and we're going to act like they is the problem.
Yes, sir.
We're going to act like women are the problem.
Yes, sir.
They the ones that we want to demonize now. Wow, y'all funny. You know, I'm seeing a lot of these pop up channels starting running behind Jughead. You know, Gooseneck.
Yes, sir.
Talking about high value. These women didn't care what you had. They just wanted you. But we forgot about them. We look over them. You see, and now we want to start asking questions like, what do you bring to the table?
Yes, sir.
You wasn't asking that when she was putting up that bail money to get you out of jail. Wasn't asking that.
Woo.
You know, you wasn't asking what does she bring to the table when you was coming in drunk and when you was running up her phone bill with all the collect calls.
Ooh.
Putting her in debt that she's still trying to get out of to this day. You wasn't asking that question then. You know, y'all like to say, what do they bring to the table? Well, you remember when she would serve you dinner every night? You know, wake up in the morning and serve you breakfast when you didn't even have a table?
Look, he's serious about this.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about those women. The women that was there from day one, the women that held you down, loved you unconditionally, didn't give a damn about whether or not you was a high value man.
Preach, brother. Show the watch off at the same time.
That's interesting.
Handle your business, partner.
And now y'all want to run around and demonize them like they was the problem. You see, I can't stand when men don't take accountability for the things they've done. Not realizing that when it comes to being scandalous, when it comes to letting them know that being faithful and being true don't mean nothing, we taught them everything they know.
Ooh, hot take.
But we don't want to own up to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That brother there was talking. He was saying some things.
Look at Bert.
Yes, sir. So the question is simple. Cause
let Bert go first. Let Bert go.
I'm looking at Kenny. Bert, it seemed like they said that you got something to say on this one because my question was simple. Is he capping or is that brother preaching the truth?
Look, he capping and he talking to himself. Because I didn't make no woman go broke for do this and do that and third. You know what I'm saying? So he wilding right now. Like it's like he had a come to Jesus moment or something like that. Like he confessing all his sins. Like he preaching to himself. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put that on all men. I hate when people do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all men, just like it ain't all women. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody, just a lot of people, there's a lot of men don't take women for granted, a lot of women don't take men for granted. But then when you got that small minority of people who fuck it up, or whatever the case might be, now all of a sudden now it's all women and it's all men. And now we don't know what to do, and now we shouldn't be asking this and asking that. Like, bro, like, stop all that bullshit, man.
Tell us how you really feel, Bert. Tell us how you really feel, my brother. Tell us how you really feel. Before I get to the next person, let me share a few views here now. Because my brother Antoine said it was a mic drop. What's up, Jenny? How you doing, baby? You know what I'm saying? Shantae says, I got stuck on those ages and numbers he threw out there. And anytime people speak on absolutes is problematic. I think it's a little bit of both, is what she was saying. So who wanna go next? Because Antoine said that the mic was dropped. The mic was dropped.
I want to hear the ladies' take.
You know,
before I say something.
Holla said, "Well, damn, Bert, tell us how you really feel."
And I agree with Bert. I agree wholeheartedly with Bert, but I want to hear the ladies' take.
Come on now. I know you're not damn one of y'all three on this damn panel is shy.
I know. I'm waiting.
Was he capping or was he telling the truth?
I mean, I could say he was telling the truth for some men, but like Bert said, that's not all men. You understand? But to be honest with you, you'll be a damn fool to be getting your rent money and bailing motherfuckers out and doing all that. You better handle your business at home. Like I don't, you know.
Okay. Well, it's a lot of damn fools out there, sis. That's doing it. So we gonna pretend. Pull on the camera, sis, so I can see your face. You look like a chipmunk. Okay.
You stupid. You stupid.
In case y'all can tell, that's my better half. That's my sister.
You stupid.
But sis, you gonna tell me that there ain't a lot of women now? You ain't gonna tell me there ain't a lot of women that do that?
Yeah, they sure do.
Okay. Okay.
But you only could do what a person allow you to do to, and you better be having a mind of your own and be doing your own shit and keeping your shit right.
Well said. Well said. Okay. Tasha, D, was he capping or telling the truth?
I'll go. It don't matter.
I think it was. Okay.
Oh, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Come on, D.
Oh, sorry. I think there's a little bit of a delay with mine. I was gonna say that. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think it's a little bit of both because you can't put all the responsibility on the man. I mean, women are just responsible. You lay it with a man that don't have a job, that's been in jail, you paying bail money. I mean, what do you expect? And a lot of these men, they don't want a wife. They just want, to get laid, and then you end up with a baby. So the responsibility for me goes both ways.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So I ain't got nothing to say on that. Shahana say no lies were told. Whoa. No lies were told. Brother Kenny, do you want her to give her view before you give yours?
Yeah, I want to hear Tasha.
Come on, Tasha.
And D. And Sherry. I heard Sherry and D. I want to hear what Tasha got to say.
I'm tired of the pandering. That was pandering. That shit was offensive is what it was. Because this is my problem with it. Overall, and majority of the time, what we're hearing right now is that women are saying men ain't shit or that there are no good men. We understand that there are both on both sides. But when you say that you came across a good woman at whatever age that you were at that time, that's your definition of a good woman. Okay, that's your definition, and I'm tired of it. When I saw that video like originally on TikTok, I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. No one is saying that there aren't any good people out there. It is extremely subjective, and that the people that he is aiming this message at, where they are, I do think that a lot of times there are people who do get confused with the whole notion of high value man. But again, with the Kevin Samuels, he's talking to a very niche audience. He know who he's reaching. If you are and are not like high value. That fucking video pissed me off. I'm tired of that. I'm so sick of this whole thing where we're pretending like Shantae said, that we're speaking in absolutes. We know that there are, that it doesn't apply to everybody. But no, that he was not preaching, he was capping. Just like he was talking about everybody else, he has a platform now that he just wants to, to get big off of. That was some straight bullshit. That's what that was.
Damn, you and Burtis, y'all tripping tonight. Shantae say he basically just told us he F'd some women over too, so he's part of the damn problem. Good point.
Thank you, Shantae.
Good point, Shantae. Good point, Shantae. Yeah. Shahana says he needs to reevaluate his life and start attracting the same people. He's a jackass. Good point, baby. Kenny, what you got to say, my brother? Capping or preaching?
Oh, man, he capping. Bert hit it at the park, but I was waiting to hear Usher's song Confessions come on in the background because that's the song he should have been playing, because at the end of the day, he was really spilling his heart out to the women that he screwed over, and he wanted to flip it and try to make this some sort of social media relationship expert. Listen to me. I got the answers. Nah, bro, you was a lame. You still a lame. Stop getting on here with your own transgressions. You made those choices, and you damage those women. So at the end of the day, don't come on here capping and act like you got it all and you gonna help somebody. You just trying to get these women. I already know you're trying to get you a channel started, brother. I know you're trying to get you a YouTube channel so you can get all the women over there and they can be cheerleading for you. Stop it, bro. That was lame.
I love it.
Real
I
lame.
love it. So I'm gonna start right there with my brother Kenny's thoughts. The fact that he positioned himself and dressed the way he did, that's why in the back I was commenting on his attire and his watch, because it's no accident that he wanted to make sure that when he held his arm up, you know what I'm saying, that you can see the watch. Let me show off my little watch too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm flossing in case y'all don't know. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, but anyway, it's a Rolly. Yes, sir. But anyway, that's my point.
Yeah, exactly.
The way he's dressed, matching to the T, having commentary, making sure that he says what wants to be heard. And the fact that he even evoked the name of Kevin Samuels, he knows that in of itself is going to draw in viewers. So you're piggybacking off somebody else's train anyway, you know. Now, having said that, as I dig into a little deeper into what he says, Derek Jackson 2.0 looking self, yeah, you know, now he was a clean looking brother, absolutely. Probably a speaker, absolutely. And Hannah, that's where I want to go. Probably. So my thing is, I look like what you said, Tasha, about the pandering part. When I started this show, that's what I wanted Real Talk for Real Men to be, a place where we don't cap. We say what we think and we say what we feel, and we agree to disagree. And so I wanted a place where when men answer the question, you do it without thinking, I'm going to say what I think women want to hear. Because what I've learned in my 54 years, they might not like everything that come out of my mouth, and they actually know that I'm an asshole. I'm an opinionated asshole. But what they also know is, don't ask me if you don't want a real answer. And most of my friends are women, believe it or not, for years and years, and they like and fuck with me because they know you're not going to get a cap and answer. I'm going to tell you what I think and what's real. And they might not agree, and they call me on my bullshit a lot of times, but they respect it because it's coming from me authentically. And so when I see what that man did and the way he was dressed, it's designed to tell women what they want to hear. So I'm going to give you something to hear, sir. It's a lot of people's fault. Now, don't sit here and put a lot of these women on a pedestal. When Tasha gets pissed off, I get pissed off with the king and queen moniker. Yes. Some of us might be kings and queens, if that's what you want to say, but it's a whole lot more ratchetness out there. We haven't truly attained the level of queens and kings out there. And in this case, I'm only going to speak about the women. You know, we know that men, we're trifling. We do a lot of shit. I just told y'all in the earlier session, I'm a serial cheater. I'm always going to cheat. Ain't no sense me lying to you. You're going to have to know that going into it. Now, I would do you the honor of not getting caught, but I'm going to cheat. Now, having said that, that don't alleviate you. It's just as many trifling ass women out there as well. And my sister made a good point. Don't think for one moment that you paying his bills and bailing them out and hanging by him because you're doing it because you're so altruistic. In many cases, you're doing it because you enjoy the D and you don't want to be alone. And in half the time, when you look at them toxic relationships, that's why they work. Like attracts like. Let's be honest here now. I got married, a married woman on. I got a couple of married people on this on this panel right now, and one engaged. You attract what you are. So if you are all running up the bill, getting tickets, getting locked up, you likely with a trifling ass bitch, and y'all together for a reason. You go together. She trifling, you trifling. She the type of bitch that you can nut on her back and wipe her back off with the wash rag from the sink. She ain't gonna mind. You know what I'm saying? Her dishes are always dirty. The mattress is on the floor. Ain't no decent household where you run the shit you're talking about. So let's just be honest. Let's call it what it is. You attract what you like, and y'all are right. He's telling on himself. So stop talking to men as if you're speaking as if we need to get our shit together. You put on a shiny little suit that you got, you know, from one of them stores in the mall, and shit. Now you think you out here telling us something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't telling us nothing we don't know, brother. You know what I'm saying? So sit your monkey ass down and confess your own sins.
I know.
There
I was like, he
there
should have
was
been Catholic. He should have been in confessions at the Catholic Church. Like,
and it
yo,
was
bro, you
modern
your
day.
feelings.
That was pimping. That was pimp. He was spitting game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And that will apply. That will affect someone who is wanting to hear that. But that was pimping. That's all it was.
Right.
Yes, it was. Shantae agrees. She said, I can't stand that. Everybody can't possibly be a king and a queen. And I've been saying this for a while. And when they start that shit, you know, when the last time you seen a queen that'll spend 40 minutes with her hands on the floor, on a filthy floor that everybody stepped on, with her ass hiked up in the air, and anybody want to rub up against a can? Show me what queendom she ruling over.
A little apartment, a little one bedroom apartment.
I'm just saying, and I ain't leaving the men out. I ain't gonna leave the men out.
Right,
Shantae
right,
says
right.
a lot of people who need therapy but choose. Beautiful point, Shantae. That you're right. People come to social media to get a fix. You know, and, you know, the good old days. You know, we had real friendships, real conversations, but they air this shit out on live. But then we damn sure ain't gonna say men are kings. You know, and I'm gonna speak just to my brothers in this one that your pants sagging off, with your drawers got a dirty streak in them, sweet smelling your ass because you know you don't wash. Your head nappy is a pig's ass. You don't got no job, no marketable skills. You don't want no education. What kingdom you ruling over? Rats and roaches?
Hey, the truth hurts.
And his shit is packed in. That's
The
his
truth
kingdom.
will set you free.
You know, so not everybody's kings and queens out here. It's a damn Hannah. It's a whole lot of peasants walking around this place. Yes, it is. No doubt about it. All right, so if these first two didn't get your blood boiling, I hope you're feeling alive with a wolf right now. So we're gonna move on to another topic. It's not a video, but this one is a question. And I got one for men and I got one for women. I'm glad I got a nice little panel on here. The question was, a man's wife won't have sex with him and won't even tell him why. Now, he's faithful and he's actually still attractive. What do you think is likely the problem? And there's a lot of responses from women. So as you think about that, I'm going to read a few responses so that you guys can see what people are saying about this. Again, a man's wife won't have sex with him and won't tell him why. He's still faithful and even attractive. So what's the problem here? So a lady says, and I don't ever share names. I don't put nobody out there, but you're welcome to come to the show. A young lady, she says, literally anything could be the problem. This is a very subjective question. Very true. Well, a guy says, clearly communication is an issue to start. Another lady said, I agree. Another young lady tapped in and said, maybe the sex just isn't cutting it anymore, or she found someone else, or both. I'm just saying. And somebody said it could be a number of things. Another young lady, like others said, could be a number of things. Past sexual trauma comes to mind as a possibility. And then a guy came in and said, well, how come these traumas don't surface until marriage? They probably been going hard for 3 years before marriage, and it was never a problem. One of my favorites on his and hers relationship perspective said could be a lot of things. She's tired. She's overwhelmed. He's lazy in bed, etc. Now, somebody said she didn't know that before she married him. I'm just saying. A guy says you can fall in love with someone with a small wee-wee, even marry them, but if things start going dull, when start going dull, well then, yeah, you start to notice the flaws once you've overlooked them. So I'm gonna stop there. But let me do this last one, because the person say, why is a small wee-wee a problem, but a woman has no problem being with another woman who doesn't have a wee-wee at all?
boy, I feel like I'm on. I feel like I'm on a children's show now. We talking about.
I want to read
it. We didn't went to a different show. We general now.
I read it the way they wrote it, just so you know. And in case y'all listening here, you ladies and gentlemen, this is 2022. Say dick and pussy. It's okay. You know, ain't nobody gonna get hurt. Ain't nobody gonna be offended. If
I
you're
thought
still telling
I
people,
thought my granddaughter wrote that one.
I'm just saying, you know. I ain't had a wee shit since I was about 2 years old. So
Well, maybe that's the point of it. It's calling it a wee wee because it's small. You know, it's meant to be,
Okay, got you.
So maybe that's what that is.
I'm still small dick, you know.
Yeah.
I know a guy named Wee Wee, and we say Wee Wee. That's a whole nother story.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story. Shantae say that's a dumbass question. People who care about penis size aren't interested in vagina. Woo! Now, that's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Whole different.
People who care about penis size aren't interested in vagina. Tell that to these whole bungalows around here in Atlanta. I was just gonna say, but okay. Back to this topic. What do y'all say on this? And I'm interested in the women's point of view on this.
Yeah.
You know, in particular, ladies. In this instance, the man wife won't sleep with him. You know, she not telling him why. You know, he's still attractive. And he's even faithful. What could be some issues here that you could think of?
Well, initially,
I can say.
Go ahead, D.
D got a delay. She got a delay. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on.
I was gonna say, well, personally for me, after I had my kids, my body looked a little bit different, and I was uncomfortable with it. He was fine with it, but it was my own insecurity. So, you know, he's telling me that I look fine and all these things, but I felt insecure, so I didn't want to then, you know. But so you just have to get to that place where you feel comfortable. So sometimes it may not have anything to do with the guy. It could be, you know, mental health issue, it could be a body issue, it could be stress, it could be a lot of things. But she's just got to learn how to talk to him to get past that.
I love that answer. I love that answer, D. And I love that answer because you gave us some things to really think about that I don't think we as men consider, that it might not be him. She might be grappling with some own self issues. So I love that answer, sweetie. I love that answer. Sherry, Hannah, you just joined the show, sweetie. Come on with it now. Putting you on the spot.
I missed the question. I'm sorry, y'all.
A man's wife won't have sex with him, and she won't even tell him why. He's still faithful to her, and he's actually still attractive. What do you think the problem could be here? You want to think, and when we come back to you, or are you ready?
I think it could be more than one reason. So
okay. Tasha, you were going to come on.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I think initially, to me, it would be a health issue is what I would think. Or she has some news that she maybe doesn't know how to express to him yet and could be preoccupied with that. One or two things. But initially, I say health. That's the only thing I could
think about that. I did not think about that. Tasha, good point. As a cheater, there was times when I thought I might have chlamydia, so I had to hold back. I still was attracted to my wife, but I didn't want to give her nothing.
That wasn't necessarily what I was thinking about, like an STD.
Well, that's the one shit. That's what it means.
You know, like maybe cancer or something, but geez, that wasn't gonna get an STD.
It ain't got. I'm sorry, where my brain went to, it ain't got to be cancer, but you're right. Health issue, or she getting from those are true, Joseph. But Tasha, I'm being honest. Sherry, what you say on this one?
I don't know. Maybe she going through menopause like me. You don't feel like that shit when you feel like it.
Good point. We don't know the ages of these people. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Y'all are giving some real answers. I love it. Hannah, bring us home.
I mean, she could just be cheating. Like, let's be honest. Women just cheat.
And that's the truth.
But also, it could be maybe he's not doing everything he thinks he's doing, and she doesn't know how to communicate. Now he
Oh,
might think, oh, I'm still the perfect person and I'm doing it this way. But maybe he's been doing the same thing for so long, she might want something different. And I think that's where communication comes in because you can keep the same pattern up, but everybody doesn't want the same pattern all the time, especially as you've been together so long, you might have to switch it up. So what he might think is he's doing everything the same way. She might think, well, damn, can we get something different? Maybe can we go somewhere besides the bedroom? Like you never know. So I think that a big part of that is both of them not really communicating of what's going on.
I agree 1,000% because you only gonna hold me off for a couple of days without me not knowing why you ain't giving me none of that snatch. I give you a day or two, but then open your mouth or something, or you have to suck some dick or something. So you have to do something. But Shante said it could be painful now or I'm just saying, I'm being real. Shante said it could be painful now or diminish sex drive or an affair. Sounds like someone needs to learn to. I agree, Shante. But I think about cheating too, because what if the lover is telling her, "Don't give my pussy away. That's mine."
Well, it's not his, so
Well,
it's not.
when I was, it was mine when I did it.
It's not.
And,
It's
and,
not
and
yours.
I've been known to tell a woman that, all right, now he can kiss you and he can lick around it, but you can't have no more of that pussy. That's mine. Can't have no more. That's mine.
No.
oh
You
boy.
can't have any more. That's messed up.
I'm trying to tell you. Hold on, Tasha. I'm gonna put you on the spot here because I want y'all to know I'm not lying. I want y'all to understand. You got a friend right now. What does he tell you all the time?
Yeah, he tells me not to give it away, but I also tell him it's not his. I tell him it's not yours.
I'm just saying.
Ladies, I'll say this too, ladies. If you ever want to mess with a man's ego when he asks you like, "Whose is it?" Just tell him you don't know him and just go on about your business. Just say you don't know him.
Damn. I would say that will get you choked, but you like getting choked, so shit that ain't gonna do you no good. So that ain't gonna do you no good. But I love y'all answers. I really did. All jokes aside, you guys really gave a lot of reasons why I could, and I hope the biggest one is they're not talking. Their communication. There's no, in all reality, in all seriousness, any of these could be the reasons, but how long are we talking? Because you're gonna have to tell me something, So whether I'm not ringing your bell anymore, you're cheating, or there's a health issue, or I'm inadequate, I can't read your mind. You know what I'm saying? So tell me. So and that's on both of them. Go ahead, Tasha.
Or what if she found out something about him and doesn't know how to bring it to him? What if she found something incriminating? What if she found some videos with him with other people?
Yeah.
All of, in this day and age, all of those are valid, and that still leads to a conversation because if he's still having to wonder why. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hannah.
But the question did say he was faithful though, Tasha. The question did say he was faithful though.
What about past videos?
But see, now we throwing a whole lot of other scenarios, and with the initial question just said he was faithful.
Found out some news about him. What if he shitted on himself and he shit in the bed now? Anything.
From a male perspective, I think Shante said what I was gonna say. I think maybe they just sexually incompatible. Maybe there's sexual incompatibility now. Maybe her sex drive is low and his is high. Maybe that could be another reason.
Very true.
So it could be a number of things. So
could be hygiene. It could be.
I was about to say he could stink.
Yeah, he could be, and he could be too big. Women always talk about a man ain't packing. Maybe he a little bit too big, and sex is uncomfortable with him. It could be that too.
You know what? When you said big, I wasn't thinking about dick size. I was thinking about big. I'm a big guy. I'm serious. Because what if he gained weight over the?
Yeah, that could be. But it said he was still attractive. But you can still be attractive and big, though. Yeah, you can still be attractive and big. So,
I know I'm sexy. So I thought about changing my nickname to Big Sexy, but because and I know I got some good dick under this belly still. So
here we go.
But I'm just saying it ain't for everybody. Somebody might say, well, damn, because again, they know you fat, whatever. But all of these are very good reasons. Shante says, use your words, sis. Put the big girl drawers on and open your mouth. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wanted to open her mouth too, because he ain't had none in so long. I bet you he do wanted to open her mouth.
Y'all acting up this Wednesday. It's truly hump day.
You giving me some sex, either from the top, the bottom, or the back. You giving me some sex some kind of way. You that ain't never worked for me. I'm on my cycle. Oh, I guess you're sucking dick then.
She could have found out that they were related from like a 23andMe and don't know how to tell them anything.
Oh wow, damn, Tasha. Oh boy.
I'm just saying, any mission.
Absolutely true.
Yikes.
So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. This one is going to be for my fellas, to be able to answer this question and shed some light on what could be an issue. So, for my men, she was attractive, she was cool, and guess what? The sex was even great. Not good, but great. Why is she not a keeper? She cool. The sex was great. She's attractive. Why didn't you keep that? Why wouldn't a man keep a woman that's bringing this to the table? She looking good, the sex is great, and she cool. So why isn't that woman not getting wifed up?
For me,
I'm gonna share some views with you.
Okay,
Just,
mine is real simple.
Okay. Shante said, y'all showing y'all natural body. Shante, I needed this energy. It's been a funky week, sweetheart. It's been a funky week. You just don't know. I needed this so bad to see you guys and to be able to come here tonight to have some fun. So let me find this one. Okay, so this one is for men. So I'm gonna read some comments here. Yours is the first comment, brother Ken. I ain't gonna read it. I want you to share it in person.
Okay.
Another brother says very negative about everything. Lost a couple of calls due to backs. Okay, that's blah 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 blah. A guy says she was a complete whore. She was a complete whore, could never trust her. And he meant that. And he meant that.
Wow.
And he meant that.
Good.
And he meant that. He meant that. Every bit of that, he meant that. Another guy said she got pregnant by her ex-boyfriend, the one before me. Ooh.
Ouch.
That's a good one right there. Somebody says self-centered. Another person said dirty house. Another one, attitude. Another one says she had these on and they showed a picture of some slippers. I'm just, y'all need to go to his and hers and listen to perspective. This shit is crazy. I promise you, this should have had you laughing.
It really is.
I promise you, if you ain't rolling in there, y'all need to be visiting. Somebody says she smokes, can't keep a job, talk shit about her baby father. Another person said her husband. And then the last comment I read is by a woman. She said, wow. So to all you men, what are things y'all look for in a woman then? Please tell me, what would a female need to do to become a man's wife? What are things y'all are looking for? Because after listening to all of that, she has a valid question.
Right.
She has a valid question. So, Kenny, I'm gonna let you go first, my brother. Your answer was, and explain it. Why isn't she a keeper?
She can a horrible listener. If I can't get a word in edgewise, if you doing all the talking and I can't express myself, I'll try to express myself, and you're not listening to actually act like you even interested in my conversation. I can't rock with her like that. A horrible listener. And I've had a few that wouldn't listen. And I'm not saying listen to me giving them advice, or just listen to me speaking what I'm trying to talk about. They don't listen. So
Absolutely. Brother Bert, she, what you think on this one? You know, she's sexy, she cool, the sex is great, but why isn't that this is somebody that we keep? Why is men sometimes this is not somebody we keep?
She probably ain't shit.
Say that again. I can't
She
hear it.
probably ain't shit. Like, you know, it's probably like her ways or something like that. Like it's something off about her. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you saying she pretty, she's sexy, and what else? What was the trifecta?
Sex.
And the
Everything was
sex,
good. She's sexy. She
Yeah.
cool.
and the sex is
Attractive. Her
good,
sex is good.
but you trying to
Everything.
keep her.
Yeah.
There's
What?
something
Would?
wrong with her. It's like she got some shit with her.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know any way to sum it up, but I mean, she got some shit. She just got some shit with her that you just not clicking with. I mean, you click with the sex part and the look part, but other than that, there's no other attraction anywhere else. There's nothing that really stimulates you more than just fucking.
I got you. And that's where, for me, my answer, I'm going to go there with it. But I'm going to read a couple of comments. Shante said, who hurt his butt? Seek help, my brother. So, and that's a valid point, too.
Yeah, that's a valid
For
point.
for the brother, he could be hurt.
Yeah.
Joseph says, people know who they want or what they think they want. Some will walk away from the one only to have failed marriages. Some people have an annoying thing about them that others won't or can't deal with to go into marriage. Valid point. Valid point. And you put it well by saying stepping over a dime to pick up a penny, because in this instance, she might be a good woman. And maybe the man don't recognize a good woman when he see it. So there's a couple of reasons here. She could be all of those things. And you know what it could simply be? The man ain't ready for that. Even though she cool, she's sexy, the sex is great, and all that good stuff, but maybe I know I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's a good
point.
point.
To keep it real with you. And I always personalize it. There was a time when ain't no way in the world I would have been thinking about wifing up nobody. And I even sit here many times and I think about I've ruined a lot of good women. It wasn't always just nasty, filthy, no good bitches I dealt with. Some of them was halfway decent enough that could have made a wife. But running into me, I knew I wasn't shit at that time. I knew I was going to run through them, and so, yeah, this was, and I've even had those things where people would say, man, why you don't settle down with her? She this and she that, but I knew for me, I wasn't ready to do that. Now, the other part, we've heard some other things. Brother Kenny talked about not a good listener and things like that. I like that point, Brother Kenny, because some of my best sexual relationships was with women I still wouldn't have married. They were most fun in bed and cool as fuck. And it was because of that I wouldn't marry them. They know I can get away with doing all of the worst kind of parts of my personality. And I know a wife wasn't going to put up with that part, So I've had sexual relationships with this person's cool. I can bring another bitch to bed. You know what I'm saying? I can grab her by her nappy hair, and talk to her like any kind of way, and she love it. You know what I'm saying? I could drag her around by her heels and shit and make her do what I want to do. She's cool, sexy, sex is great. But in my head, I'm knowing I can't marry this no good bitch. No real woman ain't gonna let me get away with this. And so, it's sometimes all of those things fall into place. But Joseph said it best. Believe it or not, ladies, we actually know men aren't stupid in that sense. We know the ones we want to marry. Let's be clear about that. I've been married before. Brother Kenny's been married before. This man is engaged. When you find somebody that's worthy of what you're looking for, you wife them. We got a wife right here. We got two wives right here. But not here's the ugly truth that I'm gonna say. Not everybody is meant to be wife, no matter what qualities they have. They can be attractive and cool, and they might just frankly not be wifely material. Because a hell of a lot more goes into being a wife than just having great sex and being cool. There's a whole lot more to being a wife, and I think that's a bigger conversation we need to have. Because I think people take that part too serious, where they wipe them up and this and that. Sometimes let it be what it be. It's just a fuck thing. Don't make
And
it
do
no
you
more
know,
than that.
right? And you know, everybody's wifey material is subjective anyway. What I may look
Absolutely.
for in a wife is going to be different
Absolutely.
from what another man looks for in a wife. And for women, what they look for in a husband is going to be different from another woman. So it's all subjective, you know.
Absolutely.
That
Come on.
even though the question was posed to the men, I do think that easily could be flipped to the women as well, because unfortunately, I do think that there are some people that are chronically and will always be that person that dates someone, meets someone, but then they're always the stepping stone for someone else. I do think that there are people out there that they prepare you to be in that next great marriage relationship, but that's all that they will ever be because that's their role.
There's a saying, Tasha, you're right. There's a saying, always a bride. Or the bridesmaid, however it go.
Always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Never the bride.
Yeah.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Exactly. And also remember, one thing that you said was attractive, sexy, and the sex was good. And they go no further than that. And they say that she was doing X, Y, Z, or whatever the case might be.
Right.
Exactly.
Then we all having a different conversation.
Absolutely. She might not be bright. She might not be smart enough to be no. Some of the best sex come from dumb women too. Now,
y'all come down, Black. Really?
Hell, is that only just my experience? Some of the dumbest bitches had the best stuff on them.
Black, you know what, bro? I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
Okay, I can't be the only one who thinks that.
I think with you.
Damn. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Okay.
No, brother, you've been out here sleeping with all the slow girls.
Right. Right. You waiting at the bus stop for the little bus. The little short bus to stop.
You stupid.
I drunk a bit. Damn, I'm about to have to ask y'all. I'm about to ask men some stuff, because I can't be the only person thinking. I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna get into it right now. I cannot be the only person who think that. I promise. I hope not. We got time for one last question, and this one is a good one. I'm not even gonna read views. I just want to know your opinion on this one. Should pregnant women date if they're single? If they're and when I say this, I'm talking about showing. Should they be out there dating? They're single, but they got a bun in the oven. D, I see your face.
No.
I'm gonna say no. I mean, you hopping from dick to dick way too soon. You still pregnant. Damn, you need to let it cool off a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think you should date if you're pregnant by somebody else. No, I don't. You just need a little break. And why y'all break up so fast? You still pregnant?
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it. No.
And as Jamaican men say, you ain't supposed to be letting no next man wash off your picnic head.
Oh, dang. Oh, boy. There goes Sherry. Oh, here goes Sherry.
That's what they say. Kenny, that's what they say.
Oh, my God. How do I see your face? What you say?
I don't know. I think it depends on the circumstances. Like, what if they're a widow?
They got pregnant and the husband is dead.
But no, I do channel a lot. And this lady, her husband died in a car accident, and she wound up dating. Well, the man did wind up killing her, but still. That was a bad point.
What the heck you watching,
That is not a good example, dude.
Hey, Bird, you need to get Hannah off that doggone TV or YouTube or whatever she watches.
She said, "Oh yeah, but
don't date. Keep your pussy to yourself." I mean,
I'm telling you. Tasha, what you say on this one?
No, you gotta let the thing finish cooking first. You can't just be in there, be half done, sticking dick in there. Then the baby, just let it finish cooking first, and then once you've had the baby, then make your decision. But you have to be careful. That's a process. That there's a reason why it takes as long as it does. You have to be careful with the things that you do. You never know. And with Hannah's example, that man could kill you, and then now you and the baby dead. So let's just wait, okay? Just enjoy that time. Spend that time healing, getting to know yourself, and then plot and make your choices next on the next steps.
Okay,
I love it.
brother, can I ask one question to
Go ahead.
the ladies?
Mhm.
I was looking at this movie. I don't know if y'all saw it, where the lady was trying to be a surrogate mother. She got a girl to be a surrogate for to have the baby for, and she moved in with them, but she was really she was pregnant by the guy, but she fell in love with him. But so she was doing all kind of things to the wife, and then finally he had to go sleep with her. She wanted to have sex with him, so he had to go sleep with her, and his wife allowed it. How would you have felt about that?
Okay, don't go there, because what I want to do is I want to take that question and put that in his and hers perspectives, because I want to no, save it. I want this question she asked. I'm going to be prepared tonight. I'm going to put that question in TFG's his and hers relationship perspectives, because I want to hear what others got to say. So I don't want to debate it on the round table right now, because we get ready to cut it short here in a minute. I just want to share Shantae's thoughts. She said, "Not my circus, not my monkeys, but I for doggone sure wasn't trying to do a damn thing when I was preggo." So I think it's a clean sweep by women that's saying that you might need to wait, sweetheart, until you deliver. You got a lot more other things going on. And so I'm even not going to even give my views on that too much. But
I just
Bird,
got a simple one.
go ahead,
a
my
simple
brother.
one for a guy, for most men. If she's showing and she's pregnant, that's like taking us men as a kid in the candy store. We just gonna shoot that club up and it's all good because we know it ain't ours anyway.
Kenny, brother, I'm glad you said that, because I got a lot of boys that they don't mind pregnant pussy.
If she's showing too, so I know you. Oh yeah, it's all good now. So yeah, it's a free
I'm gonna leave y'all with this.
We going to the circus. We going to the we get ready to have fun.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. One of my pet peeves has been. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. My one of my pet peeves has been. I know a lot of men talk about pregnant women and shooting the club up. I've never particularly found pregnant women sexually attractive. It actually turns me off. I've heard that the pussy is hot and good. So, but for me, once you show, it kind of turns me off. If I'm going to sleep with a pregnant woman, it'll have to be from behind, because I couldn't look at her belly and be.
Man, when women pregnant, they just sexy. Their skin is glowing. Everything about them is just like, yo,
Brother Kenny, I don't need that skin. I don't need that skin, and then the titties get all real big and heavy, and the belly got a whole lot of stretch marks and shit all over it.
I ain't out here trying to go date a pregnant woman right now, but
it's just too much work for me.
It's too much work. Okay.
That is one of the things that just turns me off. Yeah, the head get all big, neck all wide, nose spread, titties all heavy. And so if they gotta turn around, if I'm gonna do something with them, I just don't want to see them.
I couldn't keep my hands off my ex-wife when she was pregnant. I guess that's why I kept getting her pregnant.
I'm just saying. So that's real thing. Folks, I truly needed this show. I've enjoyed it.
I ain't lying. You can ask her to tell the truth. I kept getting her pregnant.
My brother from another mother. Hey, if you out there pregnant, he's shooting the club up.
Hey, wait a minute. Pump your brakes now. I'm not going pregnant woman hunting now. It ain't pregnant woman hunting season.
Well, he don't mind, but me, no. I loved it. if you enjoyed these tops, let me say this: we're finding these every day on his and hers relationship perspectives. Join the fun. No, there is no right or wrong answers, but we love hearing your views. I thought I would bring into the family tonight at the round table. I hope you've enjoyed it. We may do this again, but I thought it was a cool way for us to just really sail off into hump day on a higher note where we have a nice little laugh, because that's what's going to get us through tomorrow. So thank you guys for showing up. I love every one of y'all. Y'all made my night tonight, because I was feeling a little down and a little dejected and all of those good things. And so thank you, because you brought my spirits up.
What Candace, what's she talking about growth?
We are
What's she talking
showing
about
our behinds tonight.
No,
But
fella,
sometimes
yeah.
the movie Car Wash, you got to act a fool a little bit. So
yeah, you do. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better,
enjoyed
brother. I'm glad we was able to do that.
I am. I'm in a whole different mental space now than when I started the show, because when I saw you guys, it really made my night. So I appreciate that. So again, I look forward to seeing you guys this coming Sunday when we do another edition of Real Talk for Real Men. We'll play something, a fun game or something like that. You can catch my brother Kenny and myself on Monday nights at TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes. My brother Kenny is on Tuesday nights, right?
Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m.
down.
TFG Sports. You can catch me then on TFG Sports Media on YouTube, 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday nights as well. And then you got my man Lee Black on Wednesday nights right here on TFG. On Thursday nights, you got Forgive Us Later with Brother Lamb, Charles, and DJ. And then Friday, you got the Real Estate Insider with Brother Lamb. He does live stuff showing off celebrity homes. Then Sundays, you got Late Night with Lamb Levity at 8 p.m. on Sunday.
In case y'all can't tell,
so you can miss.
We're a one-stop shop.
Yeah, we got shows. We got shows every night of the week.
We got
so
it
check
for
us
you.
out.
So Antoine, appreciate you, my brother. Tell family, tell friends to join us, to subscribe, like the show. Joseph, tell some family and friends. We still need people to come on in there. So appreciate you guys for definitely being a part of the platform. We love you. We thank you. And so I'm even going to give my sister some shine. This sister down here in the middle, Miss Hannah, she can cook her ass off.
She dang
join. Check her channels out. She one of the baddest.
She's a chef. She's a chef.
Yeah, she's
First
the
of
real
all,
deal.
she's a chef
She's
now.
the real deal.
She ain't the
real deal.
the so-called chef. She's
Hannah,
a chef.
tell them where they can find you.
Well, I only really been on my TikTok lately, but it's Mark K Catering.
You being way too damn
Stop being modest,
so
Sean.
I'm gonna blow it up for you.
Honey, you being modest. Stop.
Mark K Catering on TikTok and on Facebook and Instagram is Chef Hannah.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and if you haven't thought about it already, you really need to put out a cookbook. You need to put out a modern cookbook.
I have started a cookbook, but it's a cookbook / hills and mills. So basically, cooking in hills and mills.
Oh, okay.
Look,
That's
I
dope.
will be the first in line. I'm gonna tell you, I watch your videos, and it's not just the fact you can cook your ass off. You're doing it with a panache and a flair and a style that nobody on there is doing it with. The combination of your music and how you film your videos, I'm telling you, you onto something. Don't fuck your money up, because you got something good going. That's real talk. That's real talk. Do your thing.
And she was the real Mary J the other night.
So
hey, Hannah, Hannah, you did that. I can't. You did your Mary J. I know that's right.
Keep posting, sister. Keep posting, little sis. Keep posting. You got something good going. Build on that. And so I just want to highlight and shout out everybody. And
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
It was good seeing you again. I haven't saw you in a while.
I was so everything is organic. I was going to my baby girl up top. Of course, you haven't seen her. She got big things coming. I'm not going to be the one to share the announcement. I'll let her when you're ready to debut it. Yeah. But you haven't seen her for a reason.
Oh,
she has something big brewing.
Okay, cool.
She has
I'm all about
supporting.
I'm all about supporting our black people.
Trust and believe.
Our beautiful
and
black
she
people.
don't do shit halfway. She
Okay.
don't do halfway. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. So
That's what's
anyway, I just want to shout out everybody for show. We love you. We appreciate you. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Until next time, keep it real always. Peace and love.
Peace.
There we go.